It is connecting, and there you are on the screen.
Oh, and you can hear it. Oh, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh my goodness. So good.
This is a lot louder than it has been in the past.
It's because Joe's got a speaker like that.
Yeah, you're all
It's okay. Let Mr. LaFrance operate that thing. So I sent you the link, Joe, so. You got your little trick.
I have everything for you besides photos, but you don't need to. You know what it looks like. What's that? Here's color. Here's color. You want your presentation? You can have one of these.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I don't know how you send, probably just gonna copy over. Or you're gonna do something else?
What's that?
It's only after a certain time of day.
Yeah, well, I offered to feed her, but she blew me off, you know, so.
I believe you purposely broke your phone.
My phone is, I think it's seen better days, you know, it's like an S8 or whatever, and it's a big time for it to
So I
go.
don't know if you guys watch Dancing with the Stars. Right, big cats.
Oh, you're talking about, yeah,
What's her name?
yeah, from Joe Exotic,
Yeah.
Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're asking. Don't care about it.
So whoever those people are. They didn't have very good discussions.
No. You know that they paid the stars 150K to come on that show?
No way.
It's 150K.
Oh my gosh.
You have to, and there's all kinds of rules. I was reading like, you know, one of these Reddit sites or whatever, they posted all the bylaws and they're one not to be a Dancing with the Stars person. Pretty nuts. They pay them 150K. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It's more than what they call it, the wages or whatever they call that stuff.
Well, they were saying that they don't pay the dancers nearly that kind of money, you know. But they need to conform to all kinds of nonsense. Like they get no say in their costume or the dance. They have to participate in the after hours thing. They have to go on that Dancing with the Stars tour afterwards and all this crap. I was like, man, oh man. I'm saying I probably do it for 150K. I mean, what's the investment? I mean, no time, like 6 months, maybe. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah. Because they're getting injured. It's going on sabbatical for 6 months and come back 150K record. I can probably use that. I think they have to practice like what it was 6 days a week or something. It's crazy.
Well,
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, she's so sleepy.
She's still sleeping.
Nap time.
Nap time. What time does your kid go to bed at night?
She usually goes to that nap around 3, but I guess.
Holy cow.
And my mom was like, no, she didn't want it, she wanted to play. Okay, so now she'll be up.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that. No, listen, my kid was on such a regimented schedule, there was no variance ever. Zero variance. Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
7 o'clock she'll be in bed.
Meredith stopped, we stopped doing Meredith stopped taking the nap at like, I don't know, maybe 1 1.5 or 2 years old. Goes super fast, man. Yeah. Goes super fast.
Tell your husband. You go through the photographs and, hey, where was that?
Yeah, it's really well true.
I make sure.
Really.
Every single picture I'm gonna do.
Videos too. Yes, videos.
I got so many.
There's one in.
And in no time?
There. Oh my God.
Pictures.
Sitting on the porch. Actually, yeah. I don't think it's. Yeah.
Let's do it every year.
I used to have her sit there all the time.
Yeah,
I wouldn't sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Now that
We get
work
Imagine that.
You're old.
Right. Sorry, honey.
I did a cool thing. I took every single phone picture from my wife's phone, from my phone, and all the information. And I have it all hosted on a Plex server. You can build your own server online and house everything. So it allows everyone in my family that I give permission to link to all the stuff, and it's literally set up in chronological order. So you can literally page through. It's been great.
That's awesome.
It's been great. It was a lot of work to get it set up, but now that it's set up, it's awesome. You know, I made a big video of all our Disney trip and sort of merged everything together, and you know, did a bunch of photo editing on that, made some fun out of it.
I use Google Photos.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because you tag,
And geotag.
I got on so many say this and stuff like that. And you're like, okay, what do you got for that? Oh, yep, I remember that name. You can even do it by, I get this artificial intelligence and you can take in some stats.
Yeah.
It'll come up with, what it thinks the best is.
Yeah.
Big time.
I got my in-laws radio.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
What are you gonna bore me with tonight?
You know,
I told him
it
to
goes
go back, don't
fast. Kelly's gonna keep me on track.
There's no way of keeping you on track.
No, you've learned. Now, fortunately, my friend's back to the office to,
I don't care. The worst you have to do is go home to my wife.
Hey, Kelly, do we have the boards?
Yeah, I can get
Photo boards, I have back the office. You do, yeah?
it. Yes, I do.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, no, look at that.
We were just
Just want to get those.
Well, see, you lose.
Story of my life, brother. That's the story of my life.
So I never asked you these. Oh, look, we got 3% please.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the upholstery.
It looks like more than it is, but those are the curtains in nursing.
Oh, okay.
Saw that right.
Still got police case stuff in there.
What was that, the pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks nice. When you see it.
I kind of miss
You're bored.
the one got left.
That's how much misses the day. How much she's going back to those days.
Interior design.
Look, still got that. Look at that.
Oh, what?
This is Hamlin.
Mr. Oberon.
How are you today, my dear?
Get it.
They'll get it, well, go get it.
We don't want to show the landscape stuff, do we?
Yeah, well, if you show the pipe or whatever, I'll close it. Or not, you know.
I don't think they. They'll show the rendering.
Yeah.
You have that. Yeah. And LDT, right? That's a different type.
It reminds me of when I was reading the stuff with the biology, hydrology, geology, I was like, oh, does that feel like aerospace or what?
Yeah, very much so.
It does. Aerospace has a very similar theme, but it's more seasonal based than it is.
It's not as specific.
Yeah, it's not as specific.
This can actually be a little better than some.
Less dirt.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, I noticed between this and we have this in the
Yeah, it's totally smooth.
He does not like the floors at all.
You had a choice.
Valley.
He told me that yesterday.
Well, he had his choice.
Hey, you have any, got an opportunity. That's it.
Good, better, or different?
What are you kicking me for?
Sorry, Kevin.
It's my bad leg.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna take it off now. Listen, I got a form that you can fill out, don't worry.
Every one of the
Oh.
5 customers.
Well, he doesn't need that.
I just make it, take it home and she can talk to it nicely for a week or two.
Great. Like one of the funniest things I've ever seen out at a concert, right? And I was everybody's drinking and doing one arm man, right? He's in a fight with this guy in the middle of the pedals, right? And lo and behold, where I knew it, one arm man.
So what you been up to, Joe?
Roundhouse.
What you been up to? Anything good?
Knocking off cold, right? I have never seen a one-arm man.
In an office or at home?
At home, actually, which is
That was crazy.
Normally I have about a 90-minute tour, 90-minute.
Where you come from to go?
I come from just north of New Haven, it's all the way down this.
Okay, you're below Anfield, so. Is it?
No, I'm.
I don't blame
right
you. I
around the
wouldn't want to sit that close.
Oh, New Haven.
Yeah,
So you're North Haven, Haddon.
yeah.
Started off the corner with no power.
So, I tried.
Dog are falling off the stairs, cold
I rode the
shower.
train and run about a great morning.
Who lives in what?
It's, Devon Stanford is like,
Oh, yeah.
it's literally right
Oh
about.
my God, my God, not
You
really.
by exit 6,
Yeah,
Meredith, pretty
that
rough.
makes it 7.
7.
Yeah.
Before you get to the hotel.
Yeah, exactly. So it was super convenient, like, take a train, but it's still like 90 minutes each way. So,
But,
having that in 15
times in a row.
hours back in my.
She's tired and she
Well, you can
walks,
go
right?
the other way. What do you have to go
Walks up
across?
like pretty good, it's a
Down
pretty
to
far
maybe
walk thing for, kids.
7,
You know,
15 now?
So,
I
yeah,
reach
you
up
can,
and I
you
can
can
grab a
take
monkey bars when I'm standing in the
5,
ground, that's gotta be
all the way
like
down,
8 feet, right?
15 all the way down. 15 goes this way, and 5 goes this way.
Well, I figure you have the merit, you can get off and come down, that way. At least you don't have the trucks.
Yeah, well, and so I've got an app that's sort of traces traffic and stuff like that, because like, every single day, like, I think I know the best way, and it will always like root me off, I'll find one way, some part of Fairfield that I've never seen before. So,
here I am talking to you about food, at least you're in the best area of Connecticut for food.
oh, yeah. We have some good really good.
Well, at least you have Italian food, and you have the other side of the state and everything else.
Yeah, exactly. We got Trace Panini there.
Which is, we were talking about, is North Haven, one Italian bakery that has the big name.
Yeah. I know the one you're talking about. I can't.
Because we were talking about cannolis and that, I said, there's a place up in Hartford that makes a wonderful filling and everything else, and all the places would actually go to Hartford and get one out of Hartford delivered. Because somebody was talking about cannolis and said, we get good cannolis in the state. North Haven is probably the best.
Okay, it's good. There's an Italian bakery in New Haven called Municipal. They do some. Yeah, you guys have sit here.
No. You want a bakery?
They shut down.
Truthfully?
Yeah.
Go to Guilford.
So a week.
Really?
And
Shut down like 3 or 4 days.
You have the green,
Yeah.
And then.
go right down past the green,
And then the.
make a right, and pull into the parking lot, walk down.
Days.
Head and head, closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Or if you want to read, and you go to the store, that's there,
And they shut the whole.
go out the back door and go across the street.
Uh,
Better than Sif.
Really?
Sif on many things, his bread's not bad when it comes to really delicacies. My daughter's an expert when it comes to macarons.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
They have
no,
that.
airy, sticky, that's macarons. He lets his reputation hurt.
Yeah.
For those who don't know.
Right. And no, I love his sticky.
He might have it. What was the other problem? His croissants are actually,
I print all this and then you hand it to
they're
me.
good size.
Well, I always hand you the monthly report. Well, I don't think you got my monthly.
No, you didn't get her
report.
monthly report.
Yeah, you got West Side and Cutler.
Yeah,
You're supposed to have a little bit of that crust on top of that croissant.
That's a weird camera thing. Hey, Bob, how you doing?
good, yo.
Good.
Password expires in 3 days.
Well, that's somebody else's issue. So
Not
I'll
to
call them
worry.
and get it extended.
Not to worry today.
Nope. Today it's all of them. Get at it. I haven't heard from anybody, so I don't know.
Neither have I. I expect everybody to be here.
Yeah.
So really, I guess it doesn't take us very long for the minute meetings and that kind of stuff. So consultants, we'd like to get them out of here, but it's not very far down the agenda anyway. So they're before all the other reports. However you want to handle it, it's fine.
I think, just as we usually do.
Yep, that'll be good.
We have to change the term waive, because that's not, you don't move to waive them, you move to table them.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what,
Three filters.
oh, on the minutes?
On the minutes, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Cannoli filling. or the
I
French
thought
custard.
that's what we said.
3A.
3A.
Every time I went down to Brooklyn.
Meeting minutes, 3A. Must be the other meeting minutes.
They open tasty pastry and bring me back.
What'd she do? She gave
How
me
long?
2 Thursday.
I said, it's Monday, they're closed on Monday. Pick it up. Well, if I pick it up on Sunday, you ain't gonna get it
Trail
fresh.
move to approve.
Put all the filling in it.
This one,
Yeah, they're the only
October
ones that really
1st.
use
Oh, this is
the-
October 1st agenda.
Whipped cream.
I'll get those other minutes.
Regular
September 17th.
Yeah, so somebody's.
All right.
Where's the September 17th meeting?
Oh,
yeah?
Front and back.
Oh, front and back. Okay.
It's good when you have good
Front and back.
places to talk
Oh,
about.
that's something on the back. Wait a
Well,
minute.
people say,
No.
Not on the front and back.
I'll take demo, brother. And anybody else.
Just so you know,
no problem.
these are not the actual minutes that I sent out.
I didn't print whatever.
You know,
Brandon
like-
put up. 17th right here.
So it's been-
There should be, I don't know what this October 1st one is, I guess this is today's meeting.
It's today.
There's agenda, and there's 2 minutes, the big one and then the.
Yeah, here we go. There's the 3rd and the
Those
17th.
sort of the very high class.
Up on the top left corner.
I just had a chance with it.
Oh, yeah, because they have a reputation.
You have it too?
Well,
I have them.
You have-
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to tell some people, these, growing up.
I just had a correction to.
You're in no rush. They have 20 things on the menu besides a pie.
We gotta waive the minutes.
Yeah.
W-A-I-V-E.
Yeah, but you can't waive the minutes. You can table the reading of them.
Give the, so if
Till
you
the
have
next
to speak,
meeting.
even if you haven't
So that's
speak
what
yet, you
was-
know you're gonna wait about 20 minutes to get your pasta.
Yes, the mayor and I talked
You know, all that stuff. They were great with all those little restaurants. So they go
Okay,
with
easy enough.
Yep. All right, so somewhere in here, because I'm now viewing Joe Banks's screen.
Yeah, I don't know what Joe did. Not that sure what he did. Well, there you are. Right in the corner.
Yes.
Can you click on that?
I can do anything I want from here.
Yeah.
That's Joe Banks stuff.
Okay, Joe, what'd you do to this computer over here? He's got to get to back. to
Nothing, I can,
Oh, you can do it? Okay.
I'm pretty sure I can. Let's put it that way.
Is it one that we're both all familiar with?
Yeah, you're buying one. So it's like South Jersey, but before you get to the shore, it's kind of this.
Yeah, this is, it's not letting me do anything. It's asking me to get permission.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't even unmute my, because it's you.
Oh, okay, then you can make me, I'll make myself now.
Yeah, he'll change it over when you get to that point.
I can share it.
Yeah, or share it. Yeah, anyway.
You were almost 29.
No, I wasn't.
Last time it was getting down. Went to the turnpike and so-
No, he's on a tower.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Playing Minecraft.
Oh, I knew that. I didn't
Like-
this area.
Hi, Meredith.
oh, that's going up to 22 and 202.
My wife's like,
That's more central. And then it's.
You
Well,
can't get mad, you do not.
Yeah, that's where I was supposed to be.
we talk, I mean, I'll be like, doing something.
Putting bullets in the house.
I know I'm doing
Came up
something.
here.
What's wrong?
We're sitting there watching TV, right? And it'll be like a movie, right? Put on a movie. She's acting like, she's like, did you hear anything I said? I said, no, I'm watching.
Yeah, don't
That sounds bad.
I'll stop sharing. So you-
You're killing me here. You're killing me.
So whenever you're ready, I'll
Let's
share
go.
the presentation.
The radio turned up fairly loud. I'm going.
Can you hear what I said? I said, no,
Hey, Rick,
watching the
you
movie.
sharing shirts?
That's
Yeah.
how we started.
I didn't get the memo.
I know. Well, we'll have to do that next time.
So wide.
So this is showing that it's muted,
Yeah.
but I still need to ask you to unmute,
Okay.
or I still need to ask to unmute.
I'm trying to okay, I'm unmuted. It
Okay.
says I've been unmuted by host.
So can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
I hear feedback.
A lot of feedback.
Yeah. I am muted.
No, you're not.
Oh, no,
There you go.
And I'm not on, am I?
Yeah, I mean, you're right on the Zoom call right behind you. Your face is right on the screen.
Yes, and if I look right here,
Yep, I see your microphone's active.
Your microphone's open.
Now, are you using your Jabra, your talkie talk? Should we turn that up? So
It's on.
when the folks from my office call in, I want them to be able to be heard through that.
maybe, I don't, can you hear me? Am I coming?
Nope.
No. So I'm still muted.
Yeah, you still show your black thing. You still,
No, it says I'm not muted.
Hi, Sam.
hey, Sam. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Huh.
So I can shift over to the same as system from the echo canceling speaker
Well,
from
yeah,
Jabra.
yeah, you want the job.
So I've got the Jabra, but no, in my guts. The
How are you?
Hey, okay.
shows that it's not, but
Microphone. Yeah,
It's down in lower.
test 1, 2, test.
Yep.
It's
That's
working
quite
even
the
though it
delay.
doesn't appear to be.
Got 5 minutes.
I should be done by then. Get out of here. I don't think it'll be me and you, Rocky. Yes.
What have we got? 3 of us right now?
Yep.
So how's the week going?
Yeah. I was thinking last night.
Great. It's weird having no kids on Wednesdays. Like you get yourself in a rhythm, then you step back, and then you gotta start the rhythm. So it's, we have 2 Mondays every week. We
Yeah.
have different kids every week, you know, every day, so.
It's like a divorce. Son went to daughter one day.
It does feel that way sometimes. You forget which group you told something to, so parents come in and they're like, no, we're doing this, and they're like, who are you about? We're getting there.
No, it takes a while.
Got everybody through yet, 60-something cars in 12 minutes.
Well, we did have an issue with kids trying to be picked up on Fort Hill. So that was the sidewalk
Yeah,
that
I did, right? I walked
fought
all the way
against the
down.
planning wanted to put in there.
Get all the numbers.
The SRO had gone out there and the next day and there was one that trying to do that. So we put the word out, to- yeah, trying to go out that way and get picked off off Fort Hill Road.
Yeah,
Trying
so
to
our
cross,
walkers,
their
they
parents.
picked up downstairs, we put them
cross traffic.
on the crosswalk, and then the teachers
Not a good thing.
walk them all the way down to the lane.
He said, tell me what you need, if you need a sign, if you need whatever, we'll put that up. And the SRO was aware of it over there now, so looking at it.
Or they have
Yeah,
them
I
stand
know.
down by the church.
Well, people don't want to wait in
You
line.
can't think of these things.
No, I know. You can't make, can't make that stuff up. I mean, it's like, every time you think you've thought of everything, there's always something that you haven't.
But once we get a little more, today we were around the corner and on to. Once we get a little more.
Saturday.
Yeah, you can turn that off, Sam. We just gotta make sure we turn, yeah, we just gotta turn it back on when we leave. Want to turn it off?
Yes. Two folks from my office, John, Lauren, and Lindsay. We want to promote them to presenter status so they can turn on
They're under the list of attendees. And I can allow them to talk if you wish.
But the question, I guess, if you allow them to talk, then you can allow them to share probably.
Hello,
Or
Lauren.
Yeah, if you go under share in the bottom, you can give everybody. presenter
Lindsay, you're on now too, right?
Yep, you can hear me?
Yep.
status.
Very good.
I'll get the presentation queued up. And Bob, whenever you're ready for us to present.
Yeah, we've got, according to the clock here, we've got about 2 minutes.
Cutler looks amazing.
Doesn't it?
does it?
It is, it's amazing.
The building.
And we got the drone footage, and oh my gosh, awesome.
Yeah, it was great that he was able to take that. Mark was able to take that. As soon as we got it, we started
Awesome.
passing it around. We wanted to wait till after
So
tonight too to put
they're
this
here as
presentation on the website.
attendees. I can share panelists.
So we'll put this on the website too tonight.
I mean, the Zoom meeting can talk over.
Somebody's pulling.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Happens fast.
Yeah, my son just said, oh, the band room's still there for a little longer, Mom, the band room's still there.
I know.
I hope somebody took a picture of that mural
But
that was in the
I'll
man
click on
room.
more.
But if you go by there every week, and sometimes even
I don't
every
know,
couple
but
of
I'm looking at
days,
the
there's
truck and I'm
tremendous
wondering-
Well, he
changes.
lives right down the street. He lives
Yeah,
right
if that
on
allows them to
Groton,
share, that
so
might do it.
I purposely drive that way with my son, and
Yeah.
it's just like,
Share the
oh.
presentation.
I don't think-
Oh,
Okay,
and
well,
he-
it doesn't matter if you
the
promote them to
man
panelists, that
room
should give
is
them full access.
Yeah, because that now they
Epic
have
was the
it.
word I heard for the middle school band.
All panels
Epic.
can share.
And we
Like,
we were
all
told it's not big enough, so.
Well, we were told that before we even started.
Yeah,
I think
right.
the teachers need to get together and organize.
Dave's pulling in my phone.
Well, I think they both came from different programs, so they got
Yeah.
together and made one.
One program,
Oh,
right. It'll work out.
It'll be up to us, like five teachers.
In that one space.
Between band, music.
Okay, okay.
This is sort of like sitting in
Yeah.
the barber shop because Lindsay's here and then she's behind
Oh.
Myself.
me.
And look, we got these smiling faces up there, that's good.
And in front of me.
Yeah.
I think mine might have pulled in too.
Yeah, you don't see anyone's mouth anymore.
All right, it being 6 o'clock and there are 4 of us here, we can
Dave's
get this.
walking in.
Yeah, they'll get here. We have a quorum, so we'll start it up. Now, did you bring one for everybody?
Huh?
Did you bring one for everybody?
Yeah, it's right down there.
Yeah, just go down the bottom of the hill and pick it up, right?
Right down there, go get it, I'll wait.
Okay, we'll get this thing going. At the moment, only 2 people that I don't see here are Mike and Christy. I'm sorry, Jamie. I knew I was wrong the minute I said that. My apologies.
I got an email, Mike said he wouldn't be here.
Oh,
Oh, did you? Yeah.
okay. You're ahead of me. I didn't get that one.
Nope.
I don't know why, he must have done something.
And Jamie's on her way. Good. All right, so receipt of citizens petitions. Seeing no citizens and hearing no petitions, we will move to approval of minutes. September 3rd.
I'll move the minutes of September 3rd, 2020.
Everybody had a chance to read them tonight?
Yeah.
Any issues? Is there a second? Dave, you said you're seconding?
Yes.
Okay. That being the case, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Those minutes pass unanimously. Moving to minutes of September 17th. 2020.
Okay.
Prior to that, I have a correction. Under section 3A, meeting minutes. Mr. Trejo moved to waive. Waive is misspelled. Besides which, you don't waive the reading, you tabled the reading until the next meeting. So just have the minutes reflect that correction if we could. Otherwise, I have nothing else there.
Second.
David seconded. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Hearing none, those pass unanimously. Very good. Moving to communications and reports. TSBC members, I kind of hoped Mike was going to be here because he actually got to go down to Cutler on Wednesday and take a look. I was going to go and I missed the trip, but
Yeah, well, he went to Westside the
he
other
went to
week,
Westside
too,
too.
yeah, last week.
Good.
You know?
The only one who was
Yeah, that's what I thought, but whatever. He went something.
You saw some.
Yep.
So anybody from the TSBC have anything? Communications or? Negative. All right. Moving to consultants.
Okay, we asked Joe Banks and Perkins Eastman to do a presentation on the final, this is kind of just a final run through. It's been run through the Board of Ed. They approved all of the things that you're going to see, and we just wanted to bring the committee up to date on
Lindsay, are you good? You ready to go?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear anyone for a minute there.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, okay, so we're good to get started? Everyone keeps muting, so I assume that's a yes. Hi, everyone. I'm going to be going through reviewing, like was said, the approved interior finishes that were already presented for both West Side and Cutler schools. So yeah, let's just jump right in. And the two themes that we have going throughout the schools, sort of visuals for those here, craftsmanship for Cutler, industry for West Side. We're bringing you through the schools sort of to explain the different areas we go with these nice graphics that sort of break down each floor of the school. So what you're seeing highlighted with the main themes color for each school is the sort of main floor of the building, the entry portion of the building where a lot of the shared admin and sort of communal student spaces are in both buildings. So here's a view of the interior lobby of West Side School. Starting off with West Side here. Again, this is the shaded portion of the building. This is the entry when you first walk in, and we're highlighting the main materials that are of use. First thing to point out, the LVT flooring. These are floor tiles, very durable and easy maintenance for the school. Next on the walls, we have some industrial accent colors, some blues, some bright green. Also on the walls, you'll see front and center in this space, it's a wall that's in the lobby space, and it also bleeds into the media center, which is the glass behind the green wall there. Is a porcelain tile wall. Very nice feature. We're bringing in some texture as well as color for the industrial theme, those accents. So bringing in the wood tones. I think it's going to be a nice sort of warm, soft space. In addition to that, in the same area, a big highlight feature, a moment that we're creating is this sort of swirling bench piece that serves to sort of create a commons outside and a little bit also inside the media center. This is made up of a solid surface top for the seating to happen. It's just a built-in bench, and along the side of it, we're bringing in some more natural tones and textures, sort of drawing again from the environment and using this pebble tile along there. Before we go to the next slide, sort of as a lead-in to the next pieces we're going to show, you can see on the left of this view, there are some little highlighted colors. Those are frames of the windows that look into the gymnasium. So sort of connects these two spaces, following the same industrial color scheme as we move into that space. So West Side's gymnasium, focusing on the blue color, so you can see the within those wall pads we have the windows that look out into the hallway, into that sort of main entry, viewing across the hall there, and the same kind of color scheme in the gym. This is just an overview of some of the other materials that we come across, the carpets that we're using. This is a great product, a carpet that's sort of very low pile, so it's easy to clean, as well as has sort of like a coating or a low absorbency, and so it doesn't stain very easily or anything. Almost behaves like a soft, resilient floor. Really great product we love to put in schools. So those carpets are in the admin office spaces, as well as any other faculty office in the school, the learning center space, and of course the media center. And we have a little more of a fun, kind of funky pattern in there, a little more dynamic for some movement. Also just pointing out the materials used on the reception desk. So that's another sort of main piece as you enter the school. The first thing that people see a matching solid surface top, so it, you know, connects to that bench in the commons area, and a laminate, a darker wood we're going with for the industrial school. And again, just a quick highlight of some of the industrial accents used. It'll show up some places in the LVT floor as well as in the paint colors.
Joe, do you want to unmute so we can hear their question?
Cause, oh, yeah, I think it's going to cause feedback.
For some reason, I can do it. The question, Lindsay, was what the life expectancy of the carpet tile is?
I mean, this is a product that I believe has a very generous warranty. The company particularly stands by it, and then, you know, additionally, it's pretty difficult to damage. I would say in terms of, you know, sunlight coming into the building, you're not going to have a problem with the fading. You're not going to see, you know, like the wear, the tracking in areas where it's walked over. That's due to it being like very low pile. So no staining, no wear down, no color fade. But if you ever really did have a serious problem, the benefit is also that this is a carpet tile. And so if they needed to, they could, you know, pull one out and put one back in. But the manufacturer of this is fantastic. So I would give this, you know, a very long life in the school. Okay, and so we're going to review the same entry into the Cutler School. Same concept with the LVT flooring. In this school, we're kind of flipping some colors here, if you notice on the floor, really making these twin schools. They're really going to mirror each other, but have some variation and differences, so they have their own unique identity and feel. And so for the craftsman theme here in Cutler, it's a bit warmer on some of the accent tones, but it maintains some of the other same natural tones as before. So the LVT floor we talked about, the same porcelain wood look tile on that center room there, with the same curving bench and the pebble tile. Our accents now moving down toward, just to wayfind, and this will go for, you know, both schools, where you see the orange wall, that's moving down toward the cafeteria and the wing where some other music or art may be. It differs slightly in the schools. And then toward the green wall, behind that is the media center, and then you make your way to the classroom wings. But again, so, you know, those colors then continue through the windows to the gymnasium. Yep, go ahead. They bleed right into there. And so the Cutler Gymnasium has the same relationship to the outside. And then in here, we're going with the Craftsman color scheme, which in this case is the orange, some yellows as well. Yep, and then, oh, did we want to talk about the light fixtures? I apologize that I can't hear what anyone's saying on the other end. And so in this school, we have pendants pendant lights, we're going to go for like a copper finish on these, and a mirroring type will exist in West Side as well, but we'll go for something silver. So really in color and texture is where a lot of these differences are happening to give these schools their unique character. Great. And so again, another view of just some of the overall materials that you see in the scheme. Again, this the reception area will have the desk with the solid surface top, a lighter laminate, and these colors, you know, coordinate throughout, whether it's, you know, the doors in the school, things like that too, those are matching. And if you have the material boards there, that's reflected on there as well. And the carpet and the colors we discussed. Unless there's any other questions. Great, so here, just again, sort of breaking down with these diagrams, really the themes in the classroom wings are defining our wayfinding strategy throughout the school. And so these are our themes here with their sort of main color. So ecology, hydrology, and geology, sort of all drawing from, you know, the natural environment that we want to bring into these. And so you'll see with the stack diagrams, that the ecology wing on the lower floor in West Side, main floor in Cutler, and, you know, the blue and the orange floors above those. And so we'll go through each floor and the color schemes. Here on the main floor of Cutler and the lower floor of West Side, we have the ecology wing, where we're bringing in the green tones. In both schools, this is where the lower school classrooms are. So that's what we're showing in our view. All the classrooms have the same LVT flooring throughout. We have our accent wall, the painted wall on the main teaching wall, sort of just to draw that attention, make the obvious front of the room there. And then you'll see, since this is a lower school classroom, we're showing some millwork in this view. We're showing the built-in cubbies for those lower school classes, the pre-K kindergarten, built in there. And there's a different millwork color scheme per school. So for Cutler, it's more of a light maple tone it has a back panel that's sort of just an accent color, just, you know, a nice warm tone. And then West Side, a little bit darker. On both of them, we chose a material that was very linear, sort of bring that natural wood look, accentuate that in the space. And again, it has an accent back panel. Right there, that light square that you're seeing is a solid surface, like a countertop, and that will be shown when we look at the next slides that show built-in millwork and cabinets. Yep, so as we move up to the blue wing here, you can see that. Just to clarify, the lower school classrooms do have this millwork as well, but they were just sort of out of the view on the other side of the room. So the lower school classrooms have the cubbies and the millwork that has this, the lower cabinets, upper cabinets, and the sink. And then as you go up, the older grades no longer have the cubbies. They have lockers in the hallway, which we'll touch on in another minute as well. So again, as you can see, the millwork, there's some open cabinets in there as well. We have the accent wall, but now we're here on the blue floor. So that will be our accent throughout the floor. In every classroom, again, the LVT flooring throughout. Yeah, and then so finally, the same goes for the top floor, the geology floor, where our accent is orange. And then again, it'll just differ slightly the look of the millwork per school that we're in, whether it's craftsman or industrial. So then following, you know, the themes carried into the classrooms, this also will be carried through in the hallways. Again, sort of using color for wayfinding, not only just what floor you're on in the school, but sort of bringing you to each location as you travel down the hallway. So here we're just using the hydrology as an example, since we already broke down each color. So you can really imagine any color having its own hallway that functions just like this. So having the color on the floor as well as the paint on the walls, we're sort of creating this these architectural portals that underneath each of them is one or two doors to each classroom. So really, once you get to one of these zones, you know that there's doors to enter, classrooms to enter here. So it sort of breaks up that space all the way along the hall and kind of gives you a place to stop in before you go in. And then we have the lockers shown here in this hall. As mentioned before, on the main floor or the second floor of each school, respectively, they have one-tier lockers. And as you move up to the top floor of each school, where the older kids are, they have the two-tier lockers. Similar tones on each. Again, it's LVT floor all the way down the hall. That's all right, you can go to the next slide. And then also on each floor of each school, you will find this common space in the middle of the hallway. Really breaks up those long hallways and gives a larger space that can be used to gather. So this is the commons. It has the whiteboards mounted to the wall. We have a bench that mirrors the commons in the main entry happening for students to sit. Teachers can work on the board and students as well. The wall tiles also brought in here. So, you know, bringing those natural tones sort of full circle throughout the school. Again, it's all the LVT flooring throughout here. And we're using the hydrology again as the example with the blue, but on the, you know, the orange floor, they'll have the orange wall and etc. Yeah, I think that's the end of the presentation.
Any questions? If we have a couple extra minutes, I'd also like to show you the playground.
Yeah.
That school as well.
I'm not seeing the playground.
Oh, yep. Shared the wrong thing.
I do have one clarification on a question that was asked earlier, though, actually, if I may.
Sure.
I didn't want to say it before I was certain, but since I am, you know, in front of my computer, I was able to verify quickly that the Kinetics carpet does offer a warranty for the lifetime of the product.
What's the lifetime?
Lifetime of the product.
But what's the life of the product? I mean, I definitely want to have this answer for you, so.
The product lasted 3 days. That's warranty. Yeah, whatever comes first, right? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Lindsay or Lauren, you want to talk briefly about the playground?
Sure, I can jump in here. So for West Side, we wanted to keep true to the industrial scheme. And as you saw with Lindsay's color palettes, there was a lot of greens and blues and silvers in the West Side school. So we wanted to carry that into the playground. So the theme is carried inside and outside of the school.
So what grade is that particular?
This grade, I'm not sure, but there is a different playground for each, and it is the same color scheme. We were waiting to send all the views,
Right.
but
Okay.
each one is the same color scheme, obviously, but different elements in each based on their availability.
Okay.
And for Cutler, we went with the more craftsman scheme. This is pretty close to the final rendering that we were looking for. We actually asked the renderer to swap the green and orange so that it was a little bit more heavy on the orange. We felt that better tied to the craftsman palette in this school. But again, greens and oranges and silvers here, and really just tie the school together. And like I said, there's a different playground for the grades.
Chose the playground equipment.
Our landscape architect chose and specified the equipment.
So I see they're different on both sides.
Well, they're different
They're
playgrounds.
different.
There's 3 of them.
There are multiple
Yeah.
playgrounds.
So that's just an example, I
So
think.
one was one age and one was another age.
Yes, unfortunately, we did not get the rendering of the exact same playground view, but there are, it looks very similar, but different pieces of equipment, same colors.
That's a younger age playground, the one you saw before.
I know that.
It's like
yeah,
a 1.5, yeah.
I was looking at this even when we
Yeah.
bought the condo.
Yeah, there's no kids in this one. It's hard to.
They have people playing on them and jump on them, but some of them aren't the safest things.
Yeah.
Falling over
Yeah.
and breaking it.
Yes,
flipping
sir.
it.
Fine.
It's our everyday.
Good, so I think that's the end of what we had to present. I'd like to answer any more questions. Come up here or come up afterwards as well. But thank you guys for hosting us.
Okay. Thank
Yes,
you, Joe.
thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies?
Thank you.
Oh, wait, I was just curious about one thing. In the main hallway where the media center is, on this rendering, it's lots of glass there. Is it gonna be that much glass, and what happens if you go into a lockdown with all that?
So I can.
Because we're out of the academic wing, we're into the hallway. And so now we have a lot of visibility and everything else.
Right, and that's specifically in the admin area. And one of the reasons for there being so much glass there, and it's a double-edged sword. We acknowledge that, but we want to be able to have admin so that they've got sight lines everywhere, not only for an emergency situation, but for daily supervision. Gets us there as we're going back. And you're right, it's a push and pull on that. So the guidance from the state, from the SSIC, has typically been that the classroom is kind of the area of refuge for the students and the teachers, and so those have obviously not put a whole lot of glass there for that exact same reason. But that's the reason for that area.
And the glass is, how safe is the glass? I know it's not considered bulletproof, but I mean.
And maybe I can lean on you, Rick, as to whether this is something we can discuss in this forum.
No, I would, yeah, I would not. I mean, it's suitable for the use, let's put it that way. And it is things that have been used in the other schools, so we
It's been
know.
followed up.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Understood.
Okay.
Anyone else have any questions for any of our panelists tonight?
Okay.
Well, thank you very much.
Right, thank you.
Truth or consequence? Okay, thanks, Joe.
Kelly, is it okay if I leave the projector here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. Yeah, Kelly will take care of it.
You can make it
Yeah.
back before we start.
That was 6 A.
Kelly's got
I'm sorry.
That was 6 A, was going out of order, right?
No, it was consultants for,
Oh,
no, consultants. Oh, yeah, well, he took it out of
Good weekend.
new business to
I
consultant.
get it.
Yeah,
All
so,
right,
so instead of new business, it was consultant.
moving on.
Okay, well, we have our august team of project managers here, bring you up to speed on the other projects. They are, as you've seen at the elementary school,